Hi, welcome to English Language Arts Curriculum Map. My name is Courtney Bolin. I would like to start off by sharing my school mission. Every student at Jefferson will be reading on grade level or higher by 3rd grade and will continue through 4th and 5th grades at grade level or higher because we help every student recognize their value and provide a pathway for them to hope big and dream big. The area of focus for this curriculum map is reading. This is going to encompass only the reading curriculum for upper elementary, which at my building is 4th and 5th grade. I chose this because in the upcoming school year, we will be adopting and utilizing new ELA curriculum. I felt like this is a very important topic for our building that helps support our mission statement, because we need to be in a situation where in the upper elementaries, students are no longer learning to read, but they are reading to learn. We believe that we need curriculum that pushes our students and stretches what they already know. I personally want to adopt curriculum and have a map that matches our standards that will help students focus on skills that will carry over into their transition to middle school, high school, and post-graduation. In our previous course adoption, we opted for a curriculum that went away from 1 story a week short focus to a trade book approach. As a district and my personal beliefs, we thought that it was more real world for students in 4th and 5th grade to learn and to master their reading skills through a chapter book as opposed to a short story. I would like to continue with this theory. But how are we going to make the right choice? Our Director of Elementary Education, along with our curriculum coordinator, will reach out to various curriculum companies and gather samples. After we have our samples, they will select 5th grade teacher representatives from each site. We will go look over the samples and bring them back and share those samples with our teammates. Our goal is to find one cohesive curriculum for the whole district that, for the most part, everybody can live with for the next 5 years. Sometimes that can be tricky, but we try to list out the things that are the most important to every single teacher and find something that has all of those components to them. The purpose of us purchasing new curriculum is because we want to stay current with Oklahoma's changing standards. Our standards are going to be revised in the upcoming school year. In our district, we made a very big leap and decided that every teacher in our district from pre-K to 5th grade is going to go through the LETRS training. LETRS training breaks down how children learn to read and what to do when there are holes that show deficit. This is really how we plan to make sure that every student is reading on grade level by the time they hit 3rd grade. When students come to their teacher in 4th and 5th grade and we are trying to master skills as far as main idea, inferencing, prediction, problem solution, we're struggling because we have too many students in our class that are still stuck in the decoding phase and cannot actually get to the meat of what they're reading. Our goal is that by applying this LETRS training alongside the new curriculum purchase, that we can match our mission. Right now, our current practices are a little uneven throughout the buildings and throughout the district. Some of the teachers are using the curriculum, some of the teachers are not. Our goal really for this next upcoming adoption is to find some middle ground that everybody can live with and really strive to put our training to use as well as hit our mission. So let's get started. Many times when we come in, we are handed new curriculum right at the beginning of the year. That makes it very difficult because we have no time to dive in. I would like us to build in a little bit more professional development time. I would like for teams to get together and go through the first 9 weeks of their curriculum and decide, how do they want this presented? What do they want it to look like in their classroom? In order for us to do that, we are going to have plenty of time to work on our building days as teams. We are also going to have our instructional coaches available. One of the things that we really need to do is reach out to our sister schools, our other sites, and find out how are they going to implement the curriculum. We might even try to plan to have all 4 of the 5th grade sites come together and all 4 of the 4th grade sites come together to see if we can share ideas and help each other out instead of each site trying to reinvent the wheel. Another thing that we need to do, because this is very important, is every time we adopt a new curriculum, we find that there are some gaps, and that is the first thing that we need to work on at the beginning of the year, is going over our curriculum map and seeing, are there gaps from the 4th grade year, from the year before, to where the new curriculum starts off. Much of our work at the beginning of the year, as far as teaching the curriculum, is going to happen during our PLC time. We need to go through our standards, we need to unpack them, we need to decide what is important, what are our essential skills, our essential standards that must be taught through this curriculum, and then we need to break it down even further. Once we know what those essential standards are, we need to find out what are the prerequisites that the students need before they can even start learning main idea on a 4th grade level or inferencing on a 5th grade level. This is also where we're going to find some of those gaps between where the old curriculum left off in 4th grade to where the new curriculum is starting in 5th grade. During this PLC time, we are really going to work hard on the instructional approach to teaching this curriculum. We want to work as teams to come up with common formative assessments. In a perfect world, I would love for grade level chairs from all around the district to come together and create common formative assessments so there is equity across the board. In the district that we are working in, we have a very transient population. We have students that might live in one neighborhood during the first 9 weeks of school, and then they live in a different neighborhood the second 9 weeks of school. To have that equity across the district through the common formative assessments would really go a long way for our students, and they would know exactly what to expect when they went from one building to the next. Another thing that we need to pull apart in our PLC time is linking the standards to the curriculum. We need to start off with those essential standards and find out, are they covered in our curriculum? Are they covered deep enough in our curriculum? ELA curriculum should be very recursive. You should hit main idea over and over and over, whereas some other topics or skills you might only hit once or twice. So we need to look at our essential standards, and we need to figure out exactly where they are covered, how many times are they covered, and does the way the curriculum teaches it, does it match the depth in which the students will be tested? When we're looking at, does this curriculum work, we're going to be using that instructional cycle. What do our common formative assessments look like? Are the students mastering these skills based on how the curriculum teaches? These are going to be very candid and open discussions that are all led by data. Every month, we will continue to monitor our students using their iStation to see, are they growing? Have we plateaued? And we need to also not just look at the students who might be below grade level, but we need to look at those above average students. Is the curriculum stretching what they already know, or are these students just riding their time out in 5th grade? At the end of the year, when we complete our state testing and our scores come back over the summer, that will be a true measurement on if this is working. I have included a copy of the curriculum map for us to look at up on the board. There are handouts available for you as well because the print is very small. You've noticed that I have broken it up into quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Each quarter has its own individual focus for writing. Now, these are only our essential standards. This is not every standard that Oklahoma has listed for us, but these are the must-knows, the non-negotiables. All of your students are going to need to leave 5th grade knowing all of this information to mastery. Now, are there other standards? Absolutely there are. And we are going to sprinkle those in as they come through the curriculum. But this is our meat and potatoes right here. This is what our students need to leave us knowing in order to be successful at the middle school. Go ahead, take a minute, look at this curriculum map and let me know, do you feel like the flow is okay? Do you think that you're going to be able to use this map alongside your curriculum at the beginning of the year to match what lessons to teach where to help you find your gaps as well? Okay, I would also like for you to really look at the writing component. Think about in the past, what level have your kids entered your classroom in terms of writing? Where are they at? Are they able to write a sentence or are they writing paragraphs? Do you feel like the writing portion of this curriculum map is realistic for what you see of a 5th grade student entering your classroom? Okay, we will continue to talk about this curriculum map alongside with our curriculum at the beginning of next year. So I know that we always have questions and we have concerns. I know that change is scary. I know that you have 5 years worth of activities and supplements that you've been using with your curriculum, and now here we are asking you to start all over. We have had many skeptics about using the trade books. Well, we already tried this and it didn't work. It was too hard for students to sit through 1 or 2 chapters a day. And what I'm going to say to you about that is sometimes you need to think outside the box. Sometimes we need to read a little bit here, take a break, read a little bit over here. And in those break times, we need to give the kids wiggle breaks, use some Go Noodle, do some stretching activities, anything we can do to show them that sustained reading is possible on every level. What if students cannot read at the grade level the books are written? That is a huge concern. It was a huge concern when we adopted our last curriculum, as many of the books were written at a 6th grade level. It's going to be a concern in the future. I will encourage you to do some research, and I will provide some additional research materials into your boxes that shows you even though students cannot read on the grade level in which the material is being presented, they are able to absorb all of those words. They are able to absorb all of the vocabulary. And even though they might not be able to read it out to you fluently, they are perfectly capable of participating in classroom discussions. In conclusion, I just want to say thank you so much for your time today. I'm the first person to say change is hard. There is only one question you are ever going to ask yourself when somebody is asking you to change. Is this what's best for kids? If that answer is yes, then move forward. You can do this, and I, with the instructional coach, we're here to help you in whatever way we can. I believe in you, and we all believe in our students. We can make this happen. Thank you very much for your time.